With the tax season here, many Canadians have either filed their taxes or are busy compiling the necessary paperwork to file their tax returns. For the newcomers, the process may seem overwhelming, especially, as we adapt to a new life in a new country. No gainsaying the tax rules here in Canada differ from those in our home country. But in today's video, I am going to share some helpful information to get you started on the right foot. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back, guys. This is the Moving Moment, and I am still yours truly, Dale Timmy Temoa. It's been a long while. I am super excited to be back. I've really missed being on your screen, and I'm glad to be back. Yeah. So if you're new to this channel, thanks for stopping by. I share well-researched information on how to relocate, settle, and thrive in Canada. Please do well by subscribing to this channel. You're gonna love it right here. And don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. I know you're gonna find it informative. And to the OGs in the building, you guys rock. You know how we roll. Please just give this video a thumbs up and don't forget to share it with your loved ones. So in today's video, we're going to talk about what newcomers need to know about filing their taxes. If this is the first time you'll be filing tax in Canada, please come closer. So let's just talk generally about what taxes are and what they are used for. Everybody knows that actually, but just some refresher here. So yeah, Canadian individuals and businesses, right? They pay a portion of what they earn to the government. This payment is known as income tax, right? We pay these taxes to gain, all the perks of living in a developed and wealthy nation. The tax money helps keep the government running smoothly and deliver the much needed services such as the libraries, the education, schools, hospitals, road, even the military. Yeah. The government also uses taxes to help the vulnerable, right? And modest income Canadians, like directly paying out child benefits, employment insurance, old age security, and social assistance. So each year, when everyone goes about filing taxes in Canada, the CRA does its best to check for accuracy and redistribute funds to Canadians who may need it most via benefits and credits. So yeah, that's generally what a tax is and what it's used for, right? So what does it mean to file taxes in Canada? Every year, most Canadians have to file their taxes, yeah? This means completing some paperwork that outlines your personal tax situation. That's called the tax returns, right? And, sending this information to the Canadian Revenue Agency, that's the CRA for short, right? This means we report to the government through the CRA how much income we made in the year, like in the previous year, right? And how much income tax we paid on those income. So the CRA will review your tax situation, calculate how much tax you should pay for the year, and compare it to how much you actually paid, right? They consider your family size, your income, and send either a bill, right? That's the bill. You got to pay me back, or you get a refund. Oh, you paid too much. I need to refund you. Or your family needs this money. You get a refund. So depending on how much tax you've paid or have deducted in advance, that's what's gonna determine whether you get a bill or a refund. Right? They're able to the CRA is able to determine if an individual is eligible to be given back the tax that they had paid over the year. One tip here is that even if you don't have any income, it's important to file a tax return each year so that you can apply for tax benefits and be eligible for payments, right? Yeah, so who is required to file taxes? That's an important question, an important question that goes on in the mind of newcomers, right? In general, everyone who lives in Canada and receives income from any source needs to file a tax return and pay any taxes they owe. So your income can come from an employer, it can come from an investment property, stocks, or government benefits. Canadians earning income, new immigrants, Indigenous people, corporations, and even estates of recently deceased must file a tax return, right? In some cases, Canadians living temporarily out of the country, international students, and seasonal workers may also file taxes. Similarly, non-residents pay tax if they receive income in Canada. So for more information on who should file a tax, you can click on the link, on the relative link in my description to know more about this. Now, what do I need to file taxes? First, the easy stuffs, yeah? You need your name, your full name. Yeah, you need your full name, your address, you need your marital status, you need all those information to file taxes. Also, you'll need to have your social insurance number. This information is used to identify you and accurately calculate your benefits and credits. As a newcomer to Canada, you will need your social insurance number. Yeah. And the next thing you should have is your tax slip. You should receive the slips in February. If you worked over the year, you'll get a T4 slip from each of your employers, right? Employers are required to provide T4 slips, which will outline your total remuneration and deductions for the tax year to report on your tax return, right? If you pay tuition fees, if you pay tuition to a university or college, you will get a T2202 slip. If you received employment insurance, parental leave payments, you'll get a T4E slip. Yeah, and if you accessed certain other taxable benefits, you'll get a T4A slip. Another document that will be necessary is your business receipts. If you have a new business in Canada, you will keep track of your receipts in case the CRA asks for them at a later date. You're required by law to keep record of all your transactions to be able to support your income and to be able to support your income and expense claims. If you received income in cash that isn't reported on the slip, like tips or gratuities, you also have to report this on your taxes. So make sure to grab any info you have. You may be able to claim deductions and credits and, to reduce the amount of tax you owe, to reduce the amount of tax you owe. You will need to have documents for this. Plans like registered retirement savings plan, that's the RRSP. Your financial institution will send you a receipt as proof to claim on your taxes. If you donated money to that charitable organization that you like, you probably would get a receipt from them and you'll be able to claim those receipts on your taxes. Right. If you worked from home during the year, very important, you may also be able to claim some home office expenses. So, when is the deadline to file your tax? When is income tax due in Canada? For starters, it is important to know that in Canada, the tax year runs the same timeline as the calendar year, that is from January to December. Then the deadline for filing taxes depends on whether you're employed or self-employed. Most Canadians fall under the employed category. Yeah. The deadline for both filing taxes and paying any taxes owed is April 30 or the nearest business day. If April 30 falls on a Saturday, you know that on Monday, you must, either file your tax or pay back the money you're supposed to pay. Self-employed individuals, on the other hand, can file their tax return a little later by June 15. So you'll ask me, why the extra time to file, right? Self-employed are responsible for figuring out their own taxes, while employed individuals have the bulk of the work done for them already by their employers throughout the year. You know, come tax time, employees have an advantage, we'll just be given your T4, everything is there, you just go file your taxes and everything is done for a year. So for the self-employed people, it takes extra work for them to gather all the necessary information to file a return. So yeah, that's why they get a small break from the CRA, to file their taxes. For everyone who has to file and pay taxes, however, you don't want to procrastinate. The CRA also could penalize you with a hefty late fee that's like 5% of your balance owing, plus an extra 1% for every month you're late. So it's best to start your taxes early. Another question Another question on the mind of a newcomer is, are there free resources for me to help file my tax? Where can I seek help? Um, yeah, so if you need help with your tax return as a newcomer, most times there are community organizations that host free tax clinics where volunteers complete tax returns for people with modest income or a simple tax situation. Yeah, and yeah, most newcomers usually fall under this category. We have a simple tax situation at the start of our stay in Canada, right? So this program is called the Community Volunteer Income Tax Program. So if you have a simple tax situation, you may be eligible for the tax clinic, right? People that are eligible usually include adults 65 years and older, housing insecure individuals, indigenous peoples, modest income individuals, newcomers, people with disabilities, students, youths. Yeah, and the list goes on. If you need to see if you fall under this category, I'm going to leave a link in my description that would give you more information on eligibility for a tax clinic. Another question a newcomer will ask is, what are the benefits of filing taxes? There are various federal and provincial tax credits and benefits available specifically for low-income tax filers in Canada, but you must file your tax return to take advantage of them. Even if you don't have an income during the year or you only lived in Canada for part of the year, please, please, and please file your taxes. You might be eligible for uh, Canada Workers Benefits, for GST or HST credits. You might be eligible for Canada Child Benefits, Canada Dental Benefits, refundable provincial credits. The list goes on: basic personal amount, tuition tax credits, training credits, training credits, tax credits for senior citizen, and all that. I'll leave a link in my description if you need more information on how to qualify for all these benefits I just listed. So whether you're a student or you're in between jobs or you just arrived to Canada, making ends meet can be a real challenge if you fall into the low income category in Canada. thanks to inflation. Filing your taxes can help you access essential benefits, credits, and deductions, giving you more financial flexibility. So, yeah, mm, I believe I have covered the basics a newcomer needs to know about filing taxes. If you have any further questions or suggestion, please let me know in the comment section. I'll be glad to hear from you. I'll be glad to learn from you. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. And if you are yet to subscribe, what are you waiting for? Please hit the subscribe button. So this is me signing out. I am yours truly, Dale Timi Temoa. I'll see you in my next video. Please take care out there.